Irish people are very receptive to comedy anyway, and receptive to having a good time. You know, we are hedonists. I think that's why we have to have so much religion. Keep a lid on the hedonism. And then you've got what, I don't know, it's about 15,000 people in a beautiful little medieval city by a river on a beautiful summer's weekend. You know what I mean? And they're all away. You know what I mean? So it's just, the atmosphere is electric. Every year the football it's just, for me, it's the absurdity of it. Just 22 wheezing, semi-alcoholic men. Well, 21 wheezing alcoholic men really taking a game of football seriously. Whereas one wheezing semi-alcoholic man not taking it seriously at all. The football, the afternoons sitting out in the sun by the river, just times of great leisure. Last year I was there with 3 generations of my family, and we were all sitting out in the sun, and there were these little kids from, presumably they were locals. They were the other side of the castle wall, and they were trying to bomb us all. Everybody was sitting there. You can get about like 500,000 people out, out in that decking area, outside the river court. And they were trying to throw water bombs across the river ends. And everybody was in such a good mood. People were encouraging them. Come on, let's have it. I mean, where in the world do you have that? Just people begging to be water bombed. I worked with Tommy Tierney on the circuit in Ireland, but I missed those years where he got huge in Ireland. And I remember sneaking into the back of a gig. I think it was one of the big rooms. It was either the Ormond or the River Court. And Tom was on last, and it was awesome. It was properly amazing. He completely bewitched the crowd. It was amazing. It was funny as hell as well. The road can be lonely in the world of comedy. But you know what I mean? It's quite lonesome, and that's the fun of comedy festivals, is that you get to see your pals, your peers, see them on stage, and drink with them, and play football with them, and eat dinner with them, and hang out with them, and meet their wives and girlfriends and kids, and moms and dads. You know what I mean? There is that. That's the great vibe of it, But with Kilkenny, such a small, intimate place, you're also getting to meet the audience, and it's not that sort of just before a gig where it's quite heady, and afterwards it's that the next day. That's some of my favourite vibes over the years of Cat Laughs. It's just where you just wander past somebody in the street and they're, oh, I've seen you yesterday, and you have time. You're not rushing off to something else, and you're relaxed, and they're relaxed. So there's not going to be, there's often that sort of frantic thing of they know that they've only got like a window of 2 minutes. So come get a picture there, and also you're in a weird photo op, which you do that like that. That's all good in Cat Laughs, but because we're all there all weekend, there is that more laid back vibe, and you have time to stop and narr to people, and just piss around. One time, my favourite shop in Kilkenny is just on the castle side of the bridge. If you're better go over the bridge, it's on your right hand side. It's run with this weird object and weird knickknacks and trinkets and odd stuff in there. And this is a funny afternoon. Me and Tommy were in there, and I was trying to find a costume to play the football in, and I had a troll hair wig, so I knew that it was going somewhere troll wise. And Tommy found these massive clogs for me. And it was just me and him in the street, just me standing in a pair of clogs, just laughing, and just people walking by and in their cars. Look at him. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that's what we were doing. You know what I mean? There was time to just be punters and just hang out, and you know what I mean? I always stay at least another day, 2 days afterwards. So it's a trick I picked up years ago when I first did the Adelaide Comedy Festival. It's always good because it kind of brings you back down. You see all the clowns have slipped the pegs and the tents have been put away and the circus has left the town, and you get to, detox, come down, you know what I mean? As I like said, there's no point leaping off a galloping horse slowly. And that was last year, man. I stayed on, it was lovely weather, and I just swam in the river with some local itinerant children. just great. Nobody, you know what I mean. Nobody knew who I was again. I was just this dude swimming in the river, eating nice food, swimming in rivers. You know, it's a beautiful town, full stop. See,